Okay, so in the last class, we have seen how we will use Wavy curve to find the domain of some function. Okay, and previously we have seen logarithmic functions. So today we'll move on to exponential function, and in the next class we move on to the greatest integer function. Okay, so first I'll give you the basic properties of exponential function. So suppose any exponential function can be written in the form of f of x is equals to a to the power x, okay, where a is known as the base. Okay, okay, fine. So suppose a has, now a cannot be, a has to be greater than 0. Now if a is greater than 0, then a can be divided into two parts. First is when a is greater than 0 and less than 1, and the second part will be when a is greater than 1. Okay, so first what I'll do, I'll draw the graph of exponential function when a is greater than 1. For example, suppose e to the power x. We have seen the graph of e to the power x. So suppose this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this will be the graph of a to the power x when a is greater than 1. Okay, this point will be 0 comma 1. This point will be 0 comma 1, and for every a which is greater than 0, this point will be common. Why? Because suppose if I substitute x is equal to 0, then a to the power 0 will become 1. Okay, so and see, if I look at this graph carefully, then from here till here, from here and so move upward, y will be greater than 1, greater than equals to 1 from this point, and from this point to this point here, y will be less than 1 and greater than 0. Okay, one more thing, that a to the power x will never be equal to 0. A to the power x will never be equal to 0. A to the power x will approach 0, will almost be equal to 0 when x is tending to minus infinity, right? Why is this? Suppose I have written x is tending to minus infinity, that means a to the power minus infinity will be 1 by a to the power infinity. This will be a very large number, so 1 upon, so this will be approximately, I can take 1 upon infinity will be approximately equal to 0. Okay, but this will never be equal, exactly equal to 0. Understood? So this was the case when a is greater than 1. Okay, something like weak base and strong base. Okay, so in this case, this I can consider this as strong base. If I am considering weak base, that means if a is less than 1, then the graph will be something like this, just opposite, flipped of this one. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So if I just flip this one, so it will be something like this. Understood? Again, this point will be 0 comma 1. Okay, for example, if a is less than 1, suppose 1 by 2 to the power x. Okay, when x increases, 1 by 2 the power of 1 by 2 keeps on decreasing. As x increases, 1 by 2 will keep on decreasing, and as x decreases, that means x is less than 0, this will keep on increasing. Suppose 1 by 2 to the power minus infinity. This I can write as 2 to the power infinity, which will tend to infinity. Okay, so these are the two basic graphs of exponential function, where base is a. When a is greater than 1, you will get something, the graph something like this, and when a is less than 1, you will get the graph something like this. Okay, just look at this, then I will ask questions based on this. Okay, fine. In both the cases, the domain of f of x will belongs to real number. That means any values of x you can take. In this case also, you can take x as any value. For x, you can take any value. Okay, the range of both the curve. For this, the range of both the curve will move from 0 till infinity. The range of both the curve will move from 0 till infinity. Understood? Fine. Okay. So now on this, write a question. So you have to find find the domain of the function. Find the domain of the function given as f of x is equals to under the root of 1 minus a to the power x, where a is less than 0. Where a is less than 1 and greater than 0. You have to find the domain of this function when a to the 1 minus under root of 1 minus a to the power x, when a is less than 1 and greater than 0. Let's see if you can find out. Okay, now let's try to solve this question. Now, because there is an under root, so that means this part, whatever is inside the root, this part has to be greater than or equal to 0. This part has to be greater than equal to 0. That means 1 minus a to the power x has to be greater than equal to 0. Because if this part becomes less than 0, then under root of negative values is not defined. Understood? So that means 1 should be less than a to the power x. Okay. Now, they have already given that a is less than 1 and greater than 0. Okay. If I try to draw the graph of a to the power x, then the graph of a to the power x will be something like this, where this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is the graph of a to the power x for a less than 1 and greater than 0. Okay, so this will be the graph. Now, this point is 0, 1. This point is 0, 1. That means a to the power x should be less than or equals to 1. A to the power x should be less than equals to 1. And a to the power x, I know, is always greater than 0. A to the power x, I already know that it will always be greater than 0. Then I just have to find the values of x. For which this condition is satisfied, for which this will be the range. If this is the range, that means from a to the power x should be less than 1. That means this part, a to the power x, should be less than 1 and greater than 0. So that means this is happening when x is greater than 1, when x is greater than 0 and moving till infinity. Okay. So now that means x belongs to 0 till infinity. Okay. Now we just have to check that 0. Now infinity will have open bracket. Now we just have to check that 0 will be included or not. We just have to check that 0 is included or not. Now let's see. If I substitute x to be 0, anything to the power 0 will become 1. 1 minus 1 will be 0, which is satisfied, which is okay for under root. That means 0 will be included. That means this will be the domain of the function. Understood? So that means this will be the domain of the function. Understood? Let's move on to the next question. Now, I will include now exponential function. I will combine exponential function with normal polynomial functions. Okay. So suppose I have to find the domain. I have to find domain of this function. F of x is given as under the root of x square into x plus 2 cube upon 1 minus e to the power x. They have given fx is equals to x square x plus 2 whole cube upon 1 minus e to the power x. You have to find the domain of this particular function. Okay. Now see, this is something similar to the Wavy curve. This is something similar to the wavy curve. Now, how can we find? Now, what I can do is I can consider this as this as one function, this as one part, this as second part, and this as the third. Okay. In wavy curve, what we did, we found the solution using these three as a different factors. So I can treat them as a different factor, and I can find the roots of this, and I can find the wavy curve using this. Okay. So try to find the solution for this, the domain of this. Okay, I'll tell you how to remember the graph also. I will tell you for any function, how can you remember the graph? Okay, but first what we'll do, we'll try to find out the solution for this. So we will write the methods to find the solution for this using the wavy curve. Okay, so the first was factorize. The factorization was the first method. Okay, the first thing what we have to do is factorization. So to factorize, these already have been given in the form of factors. So what are the factors? First is x square. First one is x square. Then we have x plus 2 cube. Second is x plus 2 cube. And third is 1 minus e to the power x. 1 minus e to the power x. These are the three factors. Okay. Then what I'll do? I'll find the critical points. Critical points, that means the roots. So critical point of this x square will be 0. X is equal to 0 will be the critical point for this one. X is equals to minus 2 will be the critical point of this one. Okay. X is equals to minus 2 will be the critical point of this one. Also, x is equals to 0. X is equals to 0 will be the critical point of this one. How can I find the critical point of this one? So 1 minus e to the power x is equal to 0. Right? So that means 1 is equals to e to the power x. That means e to the power x is equals to 1. That means x is equal to 0. Understood? X is equal to 0 will be the critical point for this one. X is equals to minus 2 will be the critical point for this one. And x is equals to 0 will also be the critical point of this one. Fine. What I'll do, I'll plot the wavy curve. I'll plot these three critical points on the number line in ascending order. Now, in this case, what we are getting is, we are getting the critical point of this part and this part both as 0. Okay. Now, what we'll do, we'll plot minus 2 and 0. We'll plot minus 2 and 0 because we are getting only two different critical points. One is 0 in these two cases and minus 2. Okay. So now the third step. So this was second step. Now the third step for the wavy curve was at x tending to infinity. At x tending to infinity, what I'll do? At x tending to infinity, I'll try to find out the sign of this overall. The sign of this overall function. Okay. At x tending to infinity, I will try to find out the sign of this. Okay. So at x, so this is x square, x plus 2 cube upon 1 minus e to the power x. At x tending to infinity, this part will be positive. At x tending to infinity, this part will be positive. At x tending to infinity, this part will also be positive. Understood? And at x tending to infinity, what will be the sign of this? Suppose x is 10. X is 10. 1 minus e to the power 10. This will be negative. So that means this part will be negative. So the overall sign of this complete will be negative. So the overall sign of this complete will be negative. So that means the wavy curve will move from negative. Now at 0, now see, in this case, at 0, now I have to check whether this will bounce back, or this will come up. I just have to check at 0, this will bounce back or this will come up. Okay. Now see, in these cases, if you have any confusion that at 0 this will bounce back or come up because you have two critical points as same, so what I can do is I can substitute a value. If you have any doubt, you can substitute a value in between. I'll explain. So in between, what I can use is I can take any value minus 1. In between these two, there is a value minus 1. I can check. If there is a value minus 1, if I substitute minus 1 here, what will I get? Minus 1 whole square. This will become positive. Yes. Minus 1 plus 2. This will be 1 whole cube. This will be positive. And the denominator, 1 minus 1 by e. This denominator, 1 minus e to the power minus 1. This will be 1 minus 1 by e. This will also be positive. So that means overall sign of this one is positive. That means it will change sign from negative, it is becoming positive. It became positive. Now at minus 2, we have this thing. What is the power of this? It is odd power. For odd power, it will bounce. It will change the sign. So here it was negative. Here it will be positive. And again, at the denominator, at less than minus 2, it will be negative. Okay. So for this to be positive, or this to be overall sign to be positive, what will be my domain? My domain will be in between these two. So that means minus 2 to 0. Minus 2 to 0. Now I have to check whether I have to. So it will be something like this. From minus 2 to 0, I know it will be, the domain will be from minus 2 to 0. Now I just have to check. That whether 0 and minus 2 will be included or excluded. I just have to check whether 0 and minus 2 will be included or excluded. So I'll substitute the values. If I substitute 0 here, what will I get? 0. Okay. 0 into 0 plus 2 cube. Okay. But what will happen when I substitute 0 in this? 1 minus e to the power 0. This will be 1 minus 0. So this whole thing will become 0 by 0. This whole thing will become 0 by 0. 0 by 0 is undefined in maths. So that means 0 will not be included. Understood? That means 0 will not be included. Understood? Now let's look at minus 2. If I substitute minus 2, this will be negative. This will be something. This will be some value. If I do minus 2 whole square, this will be 4. So this is 4 upon something. And if I substitute minus 2 here, this will be 0. So something into 0 will become 0. That means, and 0, under root of 0 is defined. So that means minus 2 will be included. So that means the domain of this whole thing will be from minus 2 will be included till 0 will be excluded. Okay, just look at this. I will explain this thing once again. Just look at this part. I will explain this whole question once again. Just check this thing. I will explain this thing once again. Starting from the first part. Okay, let's write the question once again. So the function was x square into x plus 2 whole cube upon x one minus e to the power x. Okay, suppose this was my f of x. Suppose there was no under root. There is no under root in this. And this was my original question. Suppose this was my original question and there was no under root. Now, any value of x can be taken. Any value of x can be taken except the value when this is equal to 0. Okay. So if there is no under root, then even if it is negative, I don't have any problem. Okay. Even if it is negative, I don't have any problem. Why? Because there is no under root. Okay. Now, the only problem which I will have is the denominator should not be equal to 0. Fine. The only problem I will have is such kind of function will be when the denominator is 0. When the denominator will be 0, then 1 minus x e to the power x is equal to 0. That means 1 is equals to e to the power x. Okay. This means that when x is equal to 0, this will become 0. The denominator will become 0. So for this kind of function, I will simply have the domain is equals to r minus 0. For this kind of function, I will simply have domain is equals to R minus. Okay, but our original question was, f of x is equals to under the root of x square x plus 2 cube upon 1 minus e to the power x. The original question was x square into x plus 2 whole cube upon 1 minus e to the power x. Okay. Now, for this under root, whatever is inside the root, that is this part has to be greater than 0. Whatever is inside the root, this part has to be greater than 0. Okay. For this part to be greater than 0, I'll write x square into x plus 2 whole cube upon 1 minus e to the power x. This should be greater than 0 or equal to, greater than or equal to, because 0 inside the root is okay. For 0 inside the root is okay. Okay, fine. Now, this is something which we have done using Wavy curve. This is something which we have done using Wavy curve. Okay. Now, if you remember what was the methodology to find a domain using the Wavy curve? The first part was to find the critical points. Critical points means for each factor we have to find the root. For each factor we have to compare it, equate it equal to 0, and we have to find its critical point. Okay. So for x square, the critical point is x is equal to 0. Okay. For x plus 2 whole cube, the critical point is x is equals to minus 2. Okay. And for 1 minus e to the power x, the critical point is x is equal to 0. Why? Because when I substitute x is equal to 0, this will become 1 minus 0, this will be x is equal to 0. Understood? So for these three, this part, and this, for these three different parts, I have found the critical points. Okay. Now, what was the second step? After finding the critical points, what we will do? We will arrange these critical points in ascending order on the number line. Yes. Now, the two critical points are 0 and minus 2. 0 and minus 2. Yes. I will arrange 0 and minus 2 on number line. So, minus 2 and 0. Minus 2 will come up before and 0 will come afterwards. Fine. This was the second step. Now, the third step is, what was the third step? At one extreme, at x tending to infinity, what I will do? At x tending to infinity, I will try to find out the overall sign of the function, of the total function. At x tending to infinity, I will try to find out the overall sign, if you remember. Yes? Okay. At x tending to infinity, if I try to find out, I will take a very large number. Whatever largest number you can think of, just substitute in the original function. Whatever largest number you can think of, just substitute in the original function. Suppose what I can think of the largest number is 100. Right now, I can think of 100. Okay. 100 square. So this part will be positive. 100 square, the first part will be positive. Yes. 100 plus 2 cube. This part will also be positive. So that means these two, numerator is positive. 100 square and 100 plus 102 whole cube. These two parts are positive. Now I look at what is in the denominator. 1 minus e to the power 100. By I know e is greater than 1. E is greater than 1. So 1 minus e to the power 100, this whole thing in the denominator will be less than 0. 1 minus e to the power 100 will be less than 0. Yes. In the numerator, I have both things as positive. In the denominator, I have negative. So I have positive, and in numerator, in denominator, negative. So the overall sign of this becomes negative. As even if I increase x, the sign of this total will be still negative. That means at x tending to infinity, the overall sign of this part was negative. That means the Wavy curve will start from with negative sign. This is okay. Till here, I think everybody understood, right? This was the basic step, the basic thing which we did in Wavy curve. Fine. Now see, in this particular kind of question, what is the problem is, the problem which we face is, because we have two parts, we have two different parts with same critical points. We have two parts with same critical points. What are those two parts? What are those two parts? This is x square, and the other part is 1 minus e to the power x. 1 minus e to the power x. Okay, we have two parts, x to x square and 1 minus e to the power x. Okay, x square and 1 minus e to the power x. Now see, between minus 2 and 0, what I can do, I can take any number. Between minus 2 and 0, I can take any number. For suppose in between minus 2 and 0, I have minus 1. Minus 1 is a integer. Okay, so I'll substitute minus 1. I will check the sign. Whatever the sign is between these two will be the overall sign of this. Okay, between minus 2 and between minus 2 and 0, I have minus 1. I will check minus 1. I will substitute minus 1 in this. I will check the sign. Okay, minus 1 whole square will give you positive. Fine. Minus 1 plus 2 will give you 1. 1 whole cube, 1. So that means in the numerator, what you have? You have positive sign. Okay, this is positive, this is positive. Now in the denominator, what do I have? 1 minus e to the power x. I have 1 minus e to the power x. X I will substitute as minus 1. X I will substitute as minus 1. So what I'll have? 1 minus 1 upon e to the power 1. Suppose I have 1 minus e to the power minus 1. So this will become 1 minus 1 upon e. Now this whole thing is what? This whole thing is greater than 0. Okay, that means numerator is greater than 0 and denominator is greater than 0. That means numerator is positive and denominator is positive. So what will become the total overall sign of this function? Overall sign will be positive. So that means between minus 2 and 0, this whole thing will be positive. That means the wavy curve moves upwards. Understood? Now the third, I have to check at minus 2. The third was I have to check at minus 2. At minus 2, simple. Minus 2, what is the power? For minus 2, it is cube. For odd powers, the sign will change. So for minus 2, it will go down. That means it will be from positive, it is becoming negative. Understood? So that means from negative to positive to negative. Okay. That means in between minus 2 and 0, this function, this part was overall, the sign of overall part was positive. Between minus 2 and 0, the overall part is positive. Between minus 2 and 0, the overall part is positive. So I'll simply write minus 2 comma 0. From minus 2 to 0, the overall part is positive. Okay. Now I am not sure whether to put open brackets or to put close bracket or to put open and close which side. Okay, I'm just not sure to put open or close bracket on either side. Fine. So what I'll do, I will just substitute the values. At 0, what is happening? At 0, the numerator is becoming 0. Why? Because 0 into something will become 0. But what is happening to the denominator? What is happening to the denominator? By denominator is also becoming 0. By numerator is 0, I know. But at 0, the denominator is also 0. So that means if something is of the form of 0 by 0, it is undefined in maths. That means I will not include 0. I will not include 0. That means one thing I am assured of, that 0 will have open bracket. One thing I am assured of, that 0 will have open bracket. I just have to now check what will be the bracket on minus 2. I just have to check what will be the bracket on minus 2. Minus 2 whole square will be 4. 1 minus e to the power minus 2 will be some value. Will be some value. Okay, some value. Now minus 2 plus 2 will become 0. 0 whole cube, 0. That means this whole thing will be a number. This whole thing will be a number, and this will be 0. A number into 0 will become 0. That means the overall will be 0. That means minus 2 can be included. So that means this will be the domain of this function. Understood? This will be the domain of this function. Okay, so I hope everybody understood. Minus 2 will be included and 0 will be excluded. So this will be the domain of this function. Okay, I'll give you. I hope this one is okay. Fine. Now I'll tell you the easiest method to remember the graph of these functions. I will tell you the easiest method to remember the graph of exponential functions. See, exponential function. Suppose I have to draw the graph of 2 to the power x. I have to draw the graph of 2 to the power x. I have to draw the graph of y is equals to 2 to the power x. Okay. So this is how I always remember the graph. This is how I always remember the graph, or whatever being given. This is how I will always remember. Now see, in this case, x value of x, if I keep on substituting from minus infinity to plus infinity, here the x will keep on increasing, right? This will keep on increasing. Okay. So what I'll do, I will first substitute a very simplest value of x. Suppose when x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, what will be the point? At x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 0, what will you get? Y is equals to 1. At x is equal to 0, what will you get? Y is equals to 1. Suppose this is 0, 1. So that means the function will pass through this point. Okay, this is the first point which I have found. Okay, now second is, suppose as now x is equal to 0, I have checked. Now I'll substitute x is equals to 1. For x is equals to 1, what is the value of y? Y will be equals to 2, because x is equals to 1, so this will be 2 to the power 1, so y will be 2. So when x is equals to 1, y is what? 2. So x is equals to 1. Sorry, so this point will be, suppose 1, 2. Okay, now when I substitute x is equals to 2, when I substitute x is equals to 2, what will be the value of y? Y will be equals to 4. So when x is equals to 2, y is equals to 4. So that means at x is equals to 2, y will be equals to 4. Now see, and when x is equals to 3, y will be equals to 8. When x is equals to 4, y will be equals to 16. So that means the function is increasing. The function is increasing, but is increasing very rapidly. For x, every increased value of x, the function is increasing rapidly. So that means the function will be something like this. The function will be something like this. Understood? So for the right side, I have drawn the graph. For the right side, I have drawn the approximate graph. Approximate graph. Okay. Now I just have to check what will happen for the negative x. What will happen for the negative x? Now, when x is equals to minus 1, when x is equals to minus 1, y will be 1 by 2. By minus 1, 2 to the power minus 1, y is equals to 1 by 2. When x is equals to minus 2, y will be equals to 1 by 4. Okay. When x is equals to minus 2, y will be 1 by 4. When x is equals to minus 3, y will be 1 by 8, and so on. Okay. Suppose the x is 100, minus 100, sorry. X is minus 100. Y will be 1 by 2 to the power 100. Okay. That means as x decreases, as x tends to minus infinity, the overall graph decreases, but it will never be equal to 0. But it will try to touch 0. It will try to touch 0. That means on the left side, it will keep on decreasing. It will keep on decreasing, but it will never touch x-axis. It will never become 0. Understood? So that means this will be the graph of exponential function. And how can I remember? You just take 3 values. You just take 3 values. One is for 0, x is equal to 0, for x is equals to 1, and for x is equals to 2. Okay. Now, over the period of time, when you keep on drawing, when you keep on doing questions on exponential function or logarithmic functions, over the period of time, you will remember that the curve will be something either like this or something like this. Okay. For greater than 1, you just take 3 values, 0, 1, and 2. If this is increasing on this side, it has to come like this. Okay. So this is the easiest way to remember the graph of exponential function when the base is greater than. Understood? When the base is greater than 2. Okay. So this will be the graph when base is greater than 2. Exactly opposite will be the graph when the base is less than 1. So suppose I have to draw the graph of y is equals to 1 by 2 to the power x. Y is equals to 1 by 2 to the power x. So graph will become exactly opposite. Just the inverted image. That means something like this. Understood? This also will extend and this will be like this. Okay. Fine. Okay. Let's do one more question on this. Okay. Let's do one more question on this. Suppose function is given as f of x is equals to under the root of 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 1. You have to find the domain of this function. 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 1. You have to find the domain of this function. There is nothing divided, just the function is this part is in under root. You have to find the domain of this function. Tell me what is the domain of this function. Just try it and then I'll solve. Okay, let's see. I think you must have got this. So this is also something like Webiker. Okay, this is also something like Webiker. We have to just check that whatever is inside should be greater than 0. So 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 1 should be greater than or equal to 0, because this whole thing is in under root. So this whole part has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, the whole part should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now see, 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 should be greater than equals to 1. 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 should be greater than equals to 1. Okay, now first what I'll do, I'll find out the critical point of this. I will find out the critical point of this. The critical point of this will be 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 1 should be equals to 0. 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 1 should be equal to 0. That means 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 should be equals to 1. Okay, that means 1 by 2, whatever is the power of 1 by 2, this x plus 1, this should be equal to 0. Only then this will be equals to 1. Okay, so that means x is equals to minus 1. For the when I substitute x is equals to minus 1, x is equals to minus 1, this will be 1 by 2 to the power 0 minus 1. So whole thing will become equal to 0. So that means the critical point of this thing is x is equals to minus 1. Now there is only one part. There is only one part. So what I'll do, I'll substitute. I will plot minus 1. X is equals to minus 1 on the number line. Now the second part, the last part was, I have already plotted. I found the critical point. I've plotted on number line in increasing order, in ascending order. Now what I'll do, at x tending to infinity, I will find the sign. I will find the sign x tending to infinity. X tending to infinity means a very large number. Okay. So let's take x to be 10. Let's take x to be 10, a very large number. Suppose 1 by 2 to the power 11. 1 by 2 to the power 11. Now this whole thing, 1 by 2 to the power 11 will be less than 1. Suppose I have 1 by 2 to the power 11 minus 1. But this thing is less than 0. That means at this part, what is the sign of this function? Negative. And on this part, and it will come back, come like this. What is the overall sign on this? The overall sign on this is 1. Odd, that means it will bounce back. So here it is negative, here it is positive. So that means at which, what will be the domain? Minus infinity to minus 1. Now minus infinity, I know I have to keep it open bracket. Minus infinity, I know I have to keep it open bracket. The only thing I have to check is at minus 1. Okay, at minus 1, what is happening? Minus 1, this whole thing is becoming 0. At minus 1, this whole thing is becoming 0. That means minus 1 can be included. Okay, so the domain of this function will be minus infinity to 1. Minus 1 will be close bracket, and minus infinity I know will always mean open bracket. Okay, I hope you are able to understand this question also. Okay, now some of you are asking that okay, now this, I think, I hope this part is clear. Okay, now in Webiker or in these type of question, in Webiker and in these type of question, there is one simpler method for the first question which I gave. Suppose you have x square x plus 2 cube and 1 minus, what was the question? 1 minus e to the power x. This was to the power 1. This was in under root. Okay, now I know for this one and for this one, what are the critical points? For both of these, the critical point is 0. For both of them, the critical point is 0, right? For this one is also 0, for this one is also 0. So, and for this one, I had the critical point as minus 2. So minus 2 and 0. Minus 2 and 0. These two are the critical points. Okay. Now, the power of x in this case, the power of the factor in this case is 2. And the power of the factor in this case is 1. So 2 plus 1 will become 3. Okay. So what I can take is the power of the factor when 0 was the critical point as 3. Okay. Or odd. So I have already checked this was negative. So when coming from negative, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 is the odd power. So that means it will change sign. With minus 2, again 3. Again it will change sign. Okay. So what I'll do, whatever the factors which have same critical points, if the factor have same critical points, I will simply add up the powers. I simply add up the powers. Suppose if this was 3, if this was x cube, x plus 2 whole cube upon 1 minus e to the power x to the power 1 under the root. Critical point of this is 0. Critical point of this is 0. 3 plus 1 will become 4. In that case, what will happen? At critical point, it will bounce back. And at this power, it will move on. Understood? Critical points, if you remember how to take critical points, by taking each factor equal to 0. This equal to 0, that means x is equal to 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0, that means x is equal to minus 2. Minus 2 in this case. And for this one, x is equal to 0. Okay. So I hope this is okay. I will simply add the powers. And same thing I will repeat. Everything I will repeat. And because these points I just have to check. So I'll substitute the values of 0. X is equal to 0, I will see. 0 cannot be included. And minus 2 can be included. Okay. Understood? Fine. After this, write down a question. Find the domain of under the root of log 2 into log log 2 base x. Nothing is there. Find the domain of, because this is f of x is equals to, nothing is there. Find the domain of under the root of log x base 2. Find the domain of log x base 2. Find the domain of log x base 2. Log function we have already done in the last class. You already know the graph, or if you do not remember, check the notes, check your notes, or check what we have plotted in the last class. Find the domain of this. Okay, so this one is very simple. Log x base 2. This is a strong base. This is strong base. Okay, this is the example of strong base. This is the curve. This is the curve for log x with strong base. What is this point? 1, 0. This is 1, 0 for strong base. Before 1, log will be negative. After 1, at 1 and after 1, log will be positive. So this whole thing, log x base 2 should be greater than or equals to 0. This means what? That x should be greater than or equals to 1. See, if x is equals to 1, log 1 is 0. Log anything more than 1, this will be greater than 1. Okay, log anything more than 1 will be greater than 1. So that means for this one, the domain of the function will be x should be greater than equals to 1. This is okay, fine. So we have seen using wavy curve, we can find even for exponential, for logarithmic function we have done in the last class, for exponential function we have done today. Okay, for different kind of function we can find the domain using log. Okay, now I will repeat what I said by adding the power. What we will do in this case, now we remember, if you remember, for odd powers, the wavy curve will change sign, and for even powers it will bounce back. For odd powers, wavy curve will change sign, and for even powers it will bounce back. Okay, so in the case when the critical point is same, what I will do, I will add up the powers. So in this case, the overall power of this particular function, this factor is 2. The overall power of this factor is 1. 2 plus 1 will become 3. For odd powers, what will I do? For odd powers, I will change the sign. So it started with negative. For odd power, it changed the sign. Next is -2. For -2, it was again odd. 3, it will again change the sign. Okay. Suppose here it was, instead of 2, it was 4. 4 plus 1, 5. For odd power, it changed sign. For -2, also it changed sign. Suppose it was 6. 6 plus 1, 7. For odd power, change sign. For -2, again change sign. Okay. Now suppose instead of 4, if here it was 3. Instead of 4, if it was 3. 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 will become what? 4. 3 plus 1 will become 4. Okay. So for 3 plus 1, now we know at x tending to minus infinity, this is negative. Negative. 3 plus 1 means 4. 4 means even. For even power, what will happen? It will, so this is to -2. It will bounce back. So that means again negative. For even power, it will bounce back. Now after bouncing back, -2. At -2, what is the power? Odd. 3. That means it will come up. So in this case, what will be the domain? From minus infinity to -2. -2, I have to check -2 included or excluded. We have already seen that -2 will make it whole thing as 0. So -2 will be included. Understood? So this was the example of exponential functions to find the domain of these functions. Okay. Now I'll repeat the slides once again, and I'll just explain what I did from the first slide. Okay. Fine. So first, what we did is, if you want to take the snapshot, you can take. If you want to take the screenshot, you can take. Okay. Now, first, what I did. Now I started with plotting the graph for exponential function. Now exponential function means anything a to the power x. A to the power x. Now a can be taken as either greater than 1. A can be either greater than 1 or less than 1 or greater than 0. A has to be greater than 0. For a greater than 0, I can break it into two parts. A is greater than 1 and A is less than greater than 1 and less than 1. Greater than 0 and less than 1. Now, don't ask, sir, what will happen if A is equals to 1. If A is equals to 1, no matter what power of A you will take, it will always be equals to 1. 1 to the power 1 is 1. 1 to the power 2 is 1, and so on. So that is why A I am not taking equals to 1. Okay. A is greater than 1, and other part in which A is greater than 0 and less than 1. Okay. For A greater than 1 exponential function, this will be the graph. For A less than 1 exponential function, this will be the graph. Just remember this one. Just remember for greater than 1. For less than 1, it will be exactly flipped. It will be exactly flipped. Just look at this. If I'll exactly flip this, this will be there. Understood? Fine. Now see. Now using this, I have given you a question that find the domain of this thing. Find the domain of this thing for A less than 1, greater than 0. So I have solved this thing. So for this one, the domain will be 0 to infinity. For this one, the domain will be 0 to infinity. Next, I have given you this question, which I have already explained you by two different methods. This was how to remember the exponential curve. To remember the exponential curve for base greater than 1, for base greater than 1, when a is greater than 1, this will be at x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 1, and x is equal to 2. X is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and x is equal to 2. I will take three different parts, and I will just try to see what you are getting. If you remember this thing, for less than 0, less than 1, for base less than 1, you can always draw the inverted graph. So just remember to plot 3 points, x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and x is equal to 2. Fine. Fine. Then I have given you this question, 1 by 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 1. And for this, I have plotted the wavy curve. From wavy curve, I have determined the domain. Domain will be from minus infinity to minus 1. Okay, and this is the question I have explained once again. Okay, homework question. Actually, I forgot my I misplaced the notes. So if any one of you have my phone number, can you just take the pic of the homework question and just send me? Can you just send me? I will discuss the homework question right now. Can you send me the pic of the homework question which I have given? Can you please send me right now? I'll just solve the homework question now. Okay, so the first question was fx is equals to, okay, there was a sign question. Sign question I will do in the next class. I will do the normal questions, which is under root of x plus 3 whole cube into x plus 2 whole to the power 5 x square upon x plus 7 whole to the power square. Okay, so for this one, what I'll do, I'll check the critical point. For this one, the critical point will be minus 3. For this one, the critical point will be minus 2. For this one, critical point will be 0. For this one, critical point will be minus 7. I will plot. So I have 0, I have minus 2, I have minus 3, and I have minus 7. So in ascending order, I have already drawn minus 3, minus 2, 0, and minus 7. Okay, I just have to check where this is greater than 0, where this is greater than or equal to 0. At infinity, I will check. At infinity, this is positive, this is positive, this is positive, this is positive. So at plus infinity, it will be positive. Okay, so in this case, x extending to infinity, the graph is coming from positive side at 0. Critical point at 0, the power of critical point at 0 is square. So that means even power, it will bounce back. Okay, at minus 2, the power is odd. That means it will change the sign. At minus 3, the power is odd. That means it will change the sign. At minus 7, for this one it is minus 7, the power is even. That means it will bounce back. So that means positive, this is positive, this is positive, and this is also positive. So the domain of this will be minus infinity to minus 7 union minus 7 to minus 3 union minus 2 to 0 union 0 to infinity. Okay, now I just have to check whether these minus 3, minus 7, minus 2, 0 I have to include or exclude. Okay, so starting with 0, if I substitute 0 here, what will I get? Overall value 0. So 0 will be included. 0 will be included. Understood? Minus 2. Minus 2 is in numerator. By minus 2, if I substitute, the whole thing will become 0. That means minus 2 will also be included. Understood? Minus 3. Minus 3 is in numerator. Again, whole thing will become 0 if I substitute minus 3. That means minus 3 is also included. And let's substitute minus 7. This will be a value. In denominator, it will become 0. So that means 1 upon 0 will be not equal. So that means minus 7 will be not equal. So this will be the solution for the second question. Okay, this will be the question for, solution for the second question. Okay, now the third question which I have given is In the third question, I have given odd root of x plus 2 to the power 5, x plus 3 to the power 7, x plus 4 to the power 17, x plus 5 to the power 4, and x to the power 5. Cube root of this thing. Now, like odd roots can have negative value inside. Odd roots can have negative value inside by root of minus 1. Cube root of minus 1 is equals to minus 1. Cube root of minus 1 is equals to minus 1. That means odd roots of anything can have negative value inside. But the problem with this is that in the denominator, there will be certain values of x for which the denominator will become equal to 0. And what are those values of x? X is equals to minus 4, x is equals to minus 5, and x is equals to 0. X is equals to minus 4, this will be 0. X is equals to minus 5, this will be 0. And x is equal to 0, this will be 0. That means for these values, the denominator is becoming 0. That means other than these, whatever value I will substitute, even if I get negative, it won't make any difference. Even if I get negative, it won't make any difference. That means only for these values, I will get denominator is 0, which is undefined in maths. Okay, so that means the domain of this will be range minus 4, minus 5, and 0. Only these values of x I cannot take, rest everything I can. Okay, that sign question I will explain in the next class. Okay, because it will take a little more time, so I will explain it in the next class. Okay.